Okay, here's one of the fundamental problems I have with the concept of marriage. And this is a thought that occurred to me years ago, really before I'd crystallized my concept that I've outlined in my book about what I define as real love, unconditional love, not possessive. I don't believe in marriage for me or anyone else. Sorry. And the basic premise here is that marriage to me seemed like almost a promise not to change too much. What do I mean by that? Well, look, I'm 47 years old, and hopefully, as you reach this stage of life too, you recognize that you're not the same person you were in your 20s or 30s. You don't want the same things. You don't think the same way. Your religion or spirituality can shift. You might want kids. We change over time, and we need to be free to change. So, I talked about this a little bit in my book that really anyone who married me in my 20s, had that happened, would not recognize the person I am today, that I was conservative, Catholic. They didn't do the same things. I didn't do drugs. I hardly drank. And yeah, didn't think or act the same. I'm just not the same person. We change over time, hopefully dramatically. Everything's evolving. That's the story of the universe. And so, would I be, should I be upset with someone that, say, we got married when I was 25 or 22, that now maybe doesn't want to be with me anymore, knowing just a completely different person? So, I mean, that's one, fundamental aspect of marriage that I've challenged for years. Again, before I even crystallized my whole, you know, viewpoint, my problems with marriage. And I don't want to burst the bubble on couples that maybe have expectation and hopes that they're going to last 50, 60 years, forever, and be truly happy together. I'm not saying it can happen. Who knows? I'm not the kind of guy to say never or always. But the power of this viewpoint, this philosophy, is to say we don't know. We don't know what the future holds. So you appreciate that time that you have. It's working now. We love each other now, and that's enough. Don't promise me 5 years from now, because that's, at best, it's a lie. I mean, they don't. You can't make those promises out into the future about how happy you're going to be together. So let's stop doing that. Um, and then you don't take each other for granted. You don't take the relationship for granted. Um, and I have lots of other problems with marriage, I guess, too. But I hope that makes sense to you. Um, you're going to change. They're going to change. And God forbid that the day comes where, hey, I still, again, what I really hope for my future relationships and for you and for the world is that couples that don't work out, the partnership doesn't work out, they can still say, wow, I still think you're an awesome human being. And I cherish you, and I thank God for the time that we had together and this experience. We don't have to hate each other because the romance didn't work out, because the relationship didn't work out. It's hard. I think it's hard. For me, there's a lot of boxes I need to check on that partner that's going to feel really successful and happy and fun. And I think it's worth having a high bar for yourself. You deserve that. We all deserve a great kick-ass partner. And it's hard to find. It's not going to be the next relationship, most likely. And if it is, it most likely, or not even most likely, maybe it won't work out for 50, 60 years. Isn't that kind of a liberating thing? Shouldn't that liberate us from some of our fear and trepidation? Oh my God, I might get heartbroken. Stop playing that game with yourself. So many people are broken up. I mean, they're carrying the burden of shadows. Oh, my girlfriend cheated on. Well, move on with life. You just move on. Easier said than done, but I mean that's the point of it. And I can look at friends who've gone through breakups, and before they broke up, they're giving me a laundry list of issues they have in the relationship, and I'm like, yeah, those are all deal breakers, dude. That's not a healthy relationship. And then so when it's over, they're all upset, and I'm thinking, no, dude, you're free now, to find that next potential partner, and it should be fun. I think too many people are afraid of flirting and falling in love, and the idea that it might not work out. I'm telling you, it's probably not going to work out. I mean, accept that fact. Probably it's not going to last. It's not going to be a great relationship from the get-go. That you're not going to tick all those boxes that you should be looking for in that partner. Again, similar intelligence, sense of humor, similar viewpoint. There's lots of things you can, decide what those qualities are for yourself. But even if you find that for at the outset, you're going to learn about each other as you go, right? It's going to take some time to get to know each other. Yeah, I think you're cute. I think you're sexy. I think you're hot. Fantastic. That's tip of the iceberg. That's just box number one, I think, ought to be there, the attraction. But then there's a whole lot of other criteria you need to be looking for to evaluate. Is this really going to be a successful partnership, relationship? And I think just owning the very obvious reality that, there's a very good chance we're not going to last forever. We're not going to last for 5 years. So what's there to be afraid of? Right? What is there to be afraid of? It's probably not going to last. And again, the silver lining, you think I'm being pessimistic and bursting people's bubble. That's not my point. But the silver lining there is, again, that with that approach to it and the idea that, hey, this might not last, then you don't take each other for granted. You're invested. It's working now. I'm going to keep flirting with you. I'm going to keep bringing energy and attentiveness to this relationship because I think you're that awesome. And then when it's over, you can look back and say, hey, I lived it. And so let me tack this on to this video. Kind of the reason I wrote my book initially and published it was I got tired of ultimately feeling like the bad guy when I would break up with these women that I really cared for. And I would say, look, I love you, you're awesome, but it's not working for me. I want to see other people, or for this reason it's not going to work. And last thing I want to do is go through life hurting people. I'm very conscientious of my words and actions and not wanting to upset other people. And it ultimately ended up hurting the women that I got the closest to. I felt really bad about that. And I stopped dating in my early 40s. I thought I don't want to go through this experience again of getting involved with someone, realizing it's not working and breaking up, and them, I don't know if they hated me or just didn't want anything to do with me. And yeah, men and women are different. I have to acknowledge that too. But regardless, I still think some of my ideas and my perspective will help lots of people lose their fear about love and relationships, and make those relationships hopefully come alive again. And, if you're on the sidelines and not afraid of getting hurt, heartbreak, that has to go. That has to be yesterday's story. Do not put this barrier around your heart which keeps you from experiencing love and life. Fear is the ultimate enemy in life, obviously. Okay, I've rambled on enough, but I'll try and keep the videos coming. Guys, wish you well. I'll keep sharing ideas as I go. Have a great day. Have a great life. Bye.